Dear friends, I'm back with another machine on the Tryhackme, which is Surfer. I've already spawned the machine earlier, and this is the IP address of the machine. And here's some instruction given by the room itself. And also here, it's telling us we need to check out similar content on Tryhackme, SSRF or Server-Side Request Forgery. So, of course, I think from the instruction, we can tell that this room has a lot to do with the SSRF vulnerability. As you can see over here, the SSRF stands for Server-Side Request Forgery. So allows the hacker to call the web server to make an additional or edit HTTP request to the resource of the attacker's choosing. So, in other words, this vulnerability allows the hacker to manipulate the request and will launch or trigger the request, and which it looks like this request is sent from the server. So why it is called SSRF, Server-Side Request Forgery. Okay, so that's enough to say. Now we can go inside the Kali Linux VM. I can make the terminal to be bigger so you can see what's going on. As you can see, I've already done the nmap scanning with the usual options like sync scan, the version scan, the default script scan, and also the use the ON to output the result into this file. From the nmap scanning, we can know that the target has two open ports. The first one is 22, which is running SSH surface or secure shell surface, and also its corresponding version information. As we know, this version doesn't have any vulnerability. The second one is 80, which is running HTTP surface, and also the version information, which is Apache 2. So from the nmap, from the default script scan, also we can tell that this site or the target has robots file, which contains one disallowed entry. Later we can check manually by browser. So we have already gone through the nmap scanning results. What we are going to do next? We need to do the enumeration both manually and automatically. Let's launch our browser to enumerate the web application manually first. And we can put the IP address of the target. Press enter. I need to disable the proxy. And then refresh the page. Here, we got some, this is the user login panel. And before we try to use the weak credentials to log in, we need to take a look at the source code of this page. For many CTF machines, the source code contains very useful information. However, this case, we cannot find that sort of information. Now let's go back. For the next one, the next thing we need to check is we need to check whether this site, of course, we have already know that, right? Robots file. And we can copy. Of course, we can use the browser, or I can use the command line to achieve the same effect. As you can see, there are some conversations between a admin and a cat. As you can see over here, I have finished setting up the new export to PDF tool. And the cat thinks we will require daily system reports in PDF format. Yes, I'm updated about that. Have you finished adding the internal server? Internal server, the keyword internal. Yes, it should be serving flag from now. Also, don't forget to change the creds. Please stop using your username as a password. So maybe the cat is telling us the admin user use admin as a password. So next we can try to use admin as a username and also as password to log in. Yeah, it works. And you can take a look at the page, for example, like a profile, nothing special, and also the dashboard. Yeah, on the right, you can see internal pages hosted at this. Yeah, this page, we can copy this information and note it down to our notebook. Internal admin, maybe we can try to access this internal page first. Press enter. Yeah, this page can only be accessed locally. Yeah, which is fine. So now we can, because from the conversation, what we have already seen earlier here, I think the key vector or possible vector is export to PDF. And we just click this button. Yeah, we got the page. As you can see, the title report generated for HTTP and the localhost server information PHP. So I think it's time to use Burp Suite to make detailed analysis for the request and response. And we can go back and then we can enable the Burp Suite. And we can launch our Burp Suite. Next, start Burp Suite. Of course, this is a community edition. I think it's enough to go or to do. Proxy, make sure we have already enabled the intercept option. Now we go back to our browser and export. So as you can see, yeah, from the request, usually there's some header and also the body. In the body there is request body and the method is post and the parameter name is URL. As instructed by the loom itself, and also earlier we have already know the information we got from the dashboard. So maybe we can manipulate or change this URL to access the internal page, because this page is only accessed locally, and this page or the request will be sent to this page or this target, and this URL will be passed to the back end, and then back end, if we change this information, the URL, and then the server will work for us to trigger request to the new URL. Okay, let's do it. Of course, we need to make sure the URL is encoded. So we can internal %, and we can change the file to a domain PHP. Let's forward. As you can see, we got the flag. Very easy. So that's pretty much it. I'd like to see you in the next one. Bye.